Donna coming back to you for another hair review, and this hair is from two different hair companies. And I brought the bundle hair from NewStarHair, and I got around 4 bundles. The inches were 226 inches, 124, and 122 inch. And the closure is from ClosureStore, and it is their Russian Platinum Body Wave. And it is a silk-based closure, and I brought in the length 16 to 18 inches. So let's get this masterpiece and review started. I had this hair for about 2 years now. I brought it around 2015, and that's when a lot of people were doing the gray hair. And I wanted to do gray hair, but I wanted to be different. I didn't want it to be like everybody else, where everybody kept on doing the same kind of silver color. So basically I was inspired by just Storm from X-Men, and just Storm weather, because there's so many different kinds of colors happening when it's storming. And you see in the clouds, like, it's dark grays, light grays, medium grays, whites, you know, etc, etc, etc. So that's where I got my inspiration from. And the shipping didn't take too long. It was very fast shipping. Like the NewStarHair, like I said, it usually comes around in 3 days. And then the closure, it took about a week. I will say it took about a week. But that's not bad for American vendor, because I received it like 3 days. Like, I got my bundle here around a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I got my closure on a Saturday on that same week. So that's pretty fast shipping. And I'm gonna show you how the bundle hair look in this picture right here. And as you can see, the hair was basically full from root to end. It did feel soft, and it didn't have no smell either. So, and I tell you, with their blonde hair, they have an issue. They sometimes have an issue with the smell. It's not like it's not a bad smell, it's like a chemical smell. And now I'm gonna show you the closure and how it came. As you can see, this hair looked very, like, I say it's better, it looked better quality compared to the blonde. Like this, the hair was still good, but the closure looked better. It looked like it was butter. And then I'm gonna show you a picture of how the silk base, and how it has like this PU strap where it's like very enforced. So if you sew onto it, it's gonna, that's basically gonna help you protect your hair. Once you like sew it down and you try to take it down, it's not gonna have your hair fall out or mess up the closure in general. Just the only bad con about that is that you have to make sure you sew it flat, because if you don't, it's very I say durable. I'll say it's very durable to the point that if you don't make sure that everything is sewed down, it's going to look kind of bumpy and lumpy if you don't sew it down right. But anyway, and plus, as well as you can see in the silk base, you can barely tell it was a silk base there. That's why I was just surprised, because at first I was just like, is there a silk base on here? I used about 2 different colors. I used how I got this dark gray. I used Adore Platinum, I believe that it was called. And it was like a dark gray, but it had like a blue base to it. So, and you know, Adore is very potent. So if you leave it on too long, I think it was going to become like very blue. So don't leave it on too long. But the other hair, the middle hair was basically Pravana, and I believe it was silver. And then I just bleached the ends basically to get like a white or a white gray. So I will say definitely, like, it was the bundle hair was able to take the lifting, even though it was already blonde. I just wanted to make sure to get a little bit more blonde, but not to the point where it's damaged. So as you can see, it still look healthy. It doesn't look like it's damaged at all. So I had 2 issues with both the hairs though. It was the shedding. Like, I won't say it was overbearing, but the shedding was more. I'll say the shedding in general was like basically like a golf ball size to a tennis ball. or this kind of way. It was like this, and then the golf ball. The golf ball usually be like this big, and then it was like this much. So that's for both everything. So like, we ain't gonna have this issue. And I was kind of like wondering, like, how can I seal a closure? Cause I did seal my wefts on this, but I was wondering if I can seal a closure. And I looked it up, and you basically can seal a closure. You just need a fixative, and you can get a fixative from like a craft store or an art store, and that help keep the hair from not shedding. So it doesn't really shed a lot as it should. So I think with the closure they might have some of the knots were loose. They might have didn't sew the knots or ventilated the knots too tightly, and I think they need, if they haven't, I'm just telling y'all, just work on that, because the hair quality is good, but work on that construction, okay? Just work on the construction. And as well as this hair too. NewStar, work on that construction for the machine wefting, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. Okay? So after that, I made this into a wig, and then I straightened this hair, and it's straightened very bone straight. It gets bone straight, like every other hair. Usually most of the hair that from NewStar that's blonde, they usually can straighten very nicely. It gets bone straight. It doesn't have those raggedy, if you try to straighten the hair and you get like poofy ends still or raggedy ends, like it doesn't look like that at all. As well as the bundle hair, the closure definitely straightened very nicely, and it still has nice luster and body to it, and plus the bundles too, like everything it still matches with it. It does blend in nicely with it, but you can tell there's a different quality with the closure compared to the bundles, but it still matches with it. So hey, I'm just saying, just letting y'all know, it's still good though, but the hair curls nicely, as you can see. So I think, like I said, the good things that I can say about this hair is that it did color nicely. Both the hairs did feel good. Both did not have no smell. Especially this closure parts very nicely. Like you can part it anywhere, and it's really good. Like that part is too good. Like they really did a wonder with this ventilation process they did with this closure. So that's pretty good. And then it straightens very nicely. It curls nicely. It didn't have no tangles. I never experienced tangles or matting. I didn't experience no matting in the back as well. So the bundle hair is pretty good for what it is. It's still good quality. It's not the best quality in the world, but it's still good. So yeah, so there's no issue with that. The only cons, like I said, for both of these, both the hair and the closure, is the shedding, because I didn't like how it was shedding at the very beginning. So it's the only time where I had to seal my wefts. This is the only time I ever sealed my wefts for any kind of hair that I did. So I say this is the only time that I ever had from this company that I had to seal my wefts. So, and seal the closure. So yeah, that's the only two cons. I said two cons. Con that I can say for both of these hairs, because I said two for this, so for both of these hairs, okay? But I'll give the rating for this hair like maybe like a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10, just because of the shedding. The shedding just the shedding was too much for me. It wasn't like I'm gonna see a trail, like I can follow the trail and I find myself over there. Like, no, it wasn't like that now. It's just that for me, I didn't like how it was shedding. Then the closure was shedding too. So that's the only con, but other than that just took away the point. So everything else was good. I would have given everything else, like the straightening the hair, the curling, the quality, the softness, and not having no tangles or matting, I give those 10 out of 10. But the shedding was a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. So I think that's all I can say about this hair. I hope y'all did enjoy seeing this hair color and then talking about the, you know, review in general. But if you did enjoy, especially hit that thumbs up button. Share this video if anybody's trying to look for some blonde hair or and they want to see this color, etc, etc, etc again. And I hope to see y'all soon. Catch y'all in the next one. Take care.